I know.
Oh, I can just add it to my story. All righty. That's easy. Thank you.
You're welcome. I thought of that later.
That's so much easier. Cool. Okay. All right, let's look at your channel here.
Oh, we're already live as it appears.
Oh,
Yay. Oh, I see. Yay.
So we'll minimize that. We'll maximize this. And we're live, guys.
Hello. Took us a minute to get ready. Sorry. So I'm Kiersten from Lambie's Nursery. This is my husband, Ethan, and today we're chatting with my best friend, Chelsea, and she's an artist.
And we are painting, whoops, just forgot the name of it.
She's so cute.
Give me a second.
Is that Delilah?
Oh, Delilah. Yep, thank you.
I love her. That's too cute.
That was what I was going to guess.
I know. I love the name Delilah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's got. Oh man, we already have 25 people watching.
Hello, everybody.
It was very quick.
Yay.
Hello. People say hi, OMG, hi. Hi. Yeah, hi.
So today we wanted to talk about tips for new reborn parents because there's a lot you need to know. But
what kind of stuff do you need to know?
Well, it probably depends if you've bought your doll or not.
Okay.
Excuse me, bought your doll or not.
Let's say I've never bought a doll before.
Well, unfortunately, there's a lot of scams. So you have to learn how to avoid the scams first.
Could you tell me how do I, we have no script today. I don't know why.
Yeah, this is a blank piece of paper.
Yeah, this is what we have planned. We're pretty put together, I would say. That's a shiny head you have there, Chelsea.
I know, isn't it?
I love it.
So why is it all shiny? What makes it shiny?
That's a very good question, Ethan. That is the paint thinner. And when they say when it flashes off, like when it stops being so shiny, then it's ready to bake. It's a very good question.
So how long does it normally take to not be shiny?
Too long.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
That's why I have a fan and I blot a lot. You'll see me blotting with the makeup sponges a lot. So
I feel like the head, like if you look at mine in the camera, it kind of resembles it as far as shininess.
Does not. Stop it.
Do you think if I put it on my head, it'd be shiny?
If you put, wait, what? In the paint thinner?
Yeah, if I put paint thinner on my head, would it still be shiny?
Most definitely. We should try that. That should be our next video.
Yes. So
somebody says they're a reborn mommy and this channel's helped them a lot.
Aw.
Oh, hi, Amanda. Yes, I'm working on Delilah.
Here's a good question. Somebody wants to know, they don't have a reborn.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any recommendations? What they should
Yeah,
get?
that's what I was going into, and then I totally got distracted.
Well, I was wondering about the shiny head.
I'm
I
sorry.
can relate too much.
Can you see okay? I'm sorry. I just want to make sure you can see okay. Here we go. Sorry.
You're okay. So you want to avoid scams. Reborn, Chelsea, how much is that kit you're working on?
This one was 115. No, it might have been more than that. Maybe 130.
And how much is like all the paint, the oven, everything you need to make reborns?
It's about the paint and the oven and everything. I would say like around 400 to 500 maybe in total.
So what you're saying is I could probably get a perfect reborn for $60.
Actually, no. Reborns, like to make a doll, it costs so much money. So what you're going to want to look for if you're new or if you're trying to find a doll is there's a lot of scams out there and they'll promise you a doll for 60 bucks, 30 bucks, 100 bucks. Very rarely are you going to find one for so cheap. So you want to look on, I would suggest like reborns.com or maybe even get on Instagram and Facebook and really look for those artists who are authentic and selling authentic reborns. Etsy and eBay are also good, but you have to look out for those scams. Scams are everywhere on Etsy and eBay.
No,
but
sorry, go ahead.
If you're on a budget, there's Paradise Galleries, Ashton Drake, and Kimby Dolls. Okay, spiel's done.
I love that Katie had to come in and be like, hey, just so you know, don't put paint thinner on your skin.
Yeah, don't do that. I just wanted to say about reborns.com, I had a lot of questions about that initially when I was on there, and It's not a scam site. The reborns.com is just a place for artists, and they pay a monthly subscription to have their dolls advertised on there. So it's pretty legit over there.
Yeah.
So if you guys are in the market for, you know, a doll at reasonably priced, it's definitely check that out.
Yeah. I tell everybody to go there.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah. Baby Ethan has new clothes.
Oh,
He's so cute. He's even wearing shoes today.
he is so cute. I love that color on him.
I know. It's Ethan's favorite color too.
I'm also wearing shoes today.
I'm proud of you. You did good waking up.
Thank you. I was gonna wear my red hoodie, but it's like the hoodie I wear when I'm doing stuff outside. So it's got like paint on it, and it's not the prettiest, I guess. I like it because it looks kind of rugged, but Kiersten says it's not what I should wear. So I think I'm wearing the hoodie I wear every single time we do this live stream.
Probably.
Yeah.
It works.
It's very nice.
Kiersten doesn't buy me any clothes. This is the only clothes I own.
Oh, I should buy you more clothes.
No, I actually can buy clothes on my own, believe it or not.
Oh.
Yeah, I just don't. So
anyways, so after we buy our doll, what are tips we need to know about our doll?
Should you buy the doll clothes?
Maybe if you want, but there's also no shame in it running around naked.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
So what I do when I'm getting a new doll, I'll find out the size, like the size of the kit, and then I'll go to baby charts, like baby clothes charts, and try to figure out what size it'll wear.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
It's sometimes, most of the time, it has worked.
I try to put that in the listing of what size clothes it wears, because I know that's a frequently asked question. So
You'd be surprised how many people don't put that in, and it annoys me.
I try to always include that.
People like to buy all the clothes they possibly can before they actually get it.
Well, yeah, but also you want to like plan its personality, and
Yeah.
if you think it's going to wear 12-month size clothes, but it really wears newborn, that might be annoying.
Well, you could try to shrink them in the wash.
Yeah, I think Jenny knows how to do that. I don't.
Oh, does she? I just do it by accident. I'm pretty sure from what I've learned is whenever you're cleaning clothes, just put everything shove as much as you can in the washer, put it on the hottest temperature, and just let it go. That usually turns out good.
Speaking of cleaning clothes, you should probably wash your reborn's clothes because darker colors will stain the doll.
Yeah, that's a good tip for sure.
What about if they're covered in paint, like my red hoodie that I wasn't allowed to wear? Is
the doll covered in paint, or
the
your
hoodie's
hoodie?
covered in paint? Can you put that on the doll?
You know what? At that point, just do whatever you want. It's your life.
Okay, well,
I'm bad at tips.
you're gonna have a very pretty colored doll with a red hoodie on.
Baby,
You know, I used to put so much work and time and money into box openings with different clothes and stuff like that. And then I realized that most people like to buy their own clothes with a doll. And I mean, for real. So I usually just send it in an outfit that I like for it, because pretty much 100% of the time when the doll arrives home, the immediate thing is they change it into something else.
Yeah. I think people just like box openings for YouTube, I think, but everybody, whenever I sell a doll, people are always demanding a box opening, but they never use the stuff they get in it.
Yeah. You can keep the cost down too if you're not adding a billion different things, you know?
Yeah.
Chelsea's sent you a couple dolls. Do you usually keep the clothes that she sends in those?
I do. Like some of the very first things she ever sent me, I still have them.
What clothes did baby Ethan have when you got him?
No, baby. Ethan.
He had a sleeper with puppies on it and a puppy hat.
Do you still have the puppy hat?
Oh, I'm sure I do.
She burned it. No,
Yeah.
sorry.
She was like, "Oh, this is going to immediately go in the fire."
Oh no, wait. His blanket had puppies, and I think his shirt had dinosaurs.
Oh, baby Ethan. Actually, that was by Nikki Johnson, right? Wasn't that? Isn't Ethan by Nikki Johnson?
Nicole Russell.
Nope, I'm wrong. Look at me go. Sorry. This is by Nikki Johnson, not Nicole.
Yes.
when you're talking about clothes, one thing I've realized when you're showing me pictures is a lot of people will either buy clothes that are kind of like all very monotone colors, or they'll just
That's
go
the fad right
crazy
now.
and buy colors all over the place like you do.
Yeah, that's like the fad right now is more beige, neutral color clothing, and then they'll have everything beige and neutral. I'm not good at keeping to that.
Yeah, I like bright colors.
Yes, and there's no shame if you're into that aesthetic, either one. I just can't seem to keep my life monotone.
You know what's crazy when you look like up close to these dolls and stuff like that? You notice there's like veins and stuff.
Yeah.
It looks
As I'm doing veins right now.
I don't know who made this doll, but they did just such a great
Oh,
job.
I don't know.
I
Somebody.
know. I offered to send baby Ethan with my dad, and Ethan was like, no, baby Ethan's my buddy.
That's my baby.
Well, what else am I gonna stuff in a dryer or the fridge or something like that? So we were talking about at one point if we were to start another live, and I was saying, because me and Kiersten during the weekdays we work opposite schedules, so we don't get to see each other much. And
we have about 2 hours when he gets home to work out, eat, and get ready for bed.
we usually end up eating right before we go to bed, which is always
It's
good.
not really great.
But anyways, we were like, oh, if we started another live, you know what we should do? We should just have Ethan do a live for an hour, use Kiersten's dolls, and tell a story. Like this will be Ethan's recreation of Godzilla versus Kong using Kiersten's reborn dolls. Chelsea, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, real person Ethan or baby Ethan, who's gonna move the doll?
Real person Ethan, but Godzilla will probably
Yeah.
be played by baby Ethan.
I said 1000% you should do that, and I said you should make a TikTok of it, and I will save it and
I
watch
think
it
he
every
should
day.
just make his own TikTok.
Here's I haven't actually seen Godzilla versus Kong, but I imagine this is what it's like. Roar, roar. Was that good?
Yeah.
Was that a good
Perfect.
Godzilla impression?
That was good. That's great.
Everybody tell me how amazing I am in the comments. Thank you.
So what other tips do we have for people coming into the hobby?
Well, what other things do you want to buy besides the doll and clothes?
I think it totally also depends on what you're going to do with it, but a lot of people would recommend like the basics, extra
Bungee jumping.
diapers, bottles,
If I'm going to be bungee jumping with it, what else would I need to buy?
bungee cords.
That probably
Snorted. I'm so glad you can't see my face. Sorry.
Okay. Other than bungee jumping, let's say I want to just hang out with it all day long. What are things you have that allow you to hang out with your dolls all day long?
I got a
Maybe.
Moses basket so I can carry them around, and I love that.
Oh yeah. Where did you get it from?
Amazon.
Oh, I got a bougie one from Plum and Sparrow, and I use it a few times. Maybe I'll send it to you because I don't really use it that much.
Let's pretend that we don't know what a Moses basket is. What is
Oh, it's a really long basket that's made of like straw,
Yeah.
and then it has handles.
So you can just carry your baby around all day long?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it has like a mattress in it. It's really cool for photos. I really like mine, but I don't know. I feel like it's so like bright, and I like to change stuff up sometimes. So I don't know. It's a lot. So
It is, and it can be really heavy. I'll put my Joseph 3 months in it, and
Yeah.
I can barely lift the thing.
and I feel like most people are looking at the basket instead of the baby, and I need people to look at the baby. So that makes sense.
Fair.
You could just spray paint it all solid black.
Well, you have that bouncer too. I feel like I'm always looking at the bouncer instead of the baby.
I know. I love that bouncer though. I love
So
that.
pretty.
So I don't know if you edit your pictures and post, but one thing I've found whenever you're trying to draw people's attention to something
Uh-huh.
is if you brighten that area. For instance, like if you're taking a picture of a model or something like that, if you want their eyes to look more towards the model than the awesome mountains in the background, you brighten that area.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
That was
So-
an actually really good tip there, Ethan. Thank you for that.
Photography trick.
I can never tell if you're being serious or not. So.
I was being serious there. Yeah. Yeah. I learned that because I took some pictures when I didn't know much about anything. And it was of my beautiful wife.
Oh,
and
my birthday
it was like
picture.
all like her face was all dark and stuff like that because the sun was behind her. So I figured out how to brighten it up, and that made
all the difference.
People's eyes draw more towards the brighter areas.
Yeah.
That's why I always look in the sun.
Forever trying to
stare at
figure
the
out
sun
lighting
at night
for photos.
whenever it's going down. Or sometimes I just go out in the yard in the middle of the day and just look up at the sun. That's why I wear glasses. So
Tracy, what would you like new people to the hobby to know as an artist?
Well, that's a really good question, Kiersten. I had so many things in my brain to say.
What about, how about this situation? Somebody is looking to buy from you. What are things that you would like them to know that people don't know?
Well, I think the biggest thing is that I am super busy, and I know that sounds terrible, but I try to put as much information as I possibly can in the listing, as well as take a bunch of photos in different like different outfits, different angles. I try to get a picture of the feet, of the hands and nails, the back of the head, the up close stuff. I try to get every photo that you would want to see. I list everything in the listing that's important, like what size clothes it wears, like if it has full limbs, if it takes a magnet or a magnetic pacifier, if it's what type of varnish I use, what the hair is. I put a lot of time into trying to answer every possible question under the sun, including my FAQ page, which like, do I take payment plans? Do I have customs? Like all that stuff is written out. And so sometimes when people ask questions that are so obvious in the listing, I'm like, oh, well, they just didn't read it.
Yeah.
And
really put you off.
I think it's important, no matter who you guys are buying from, is to read the entire listing. The artist has gone through a lot of trouble to list everything that you could possibly want to know about the doll. And I get it. It's a lot of money. I understand people wanting to know what they're buying. But I think the number one thing is read the listing in its entirety. And if you have a question, check out the FAQ page on the artist's website, because they've probably thought of everything. And if you still have a question that needs to be answered, email. That's fine too.
Yeah.
I think
I've heard a lot of stories where people claim they got scammed, but they didn't read the listing or look at all the pictures, and they're like, well, I didn't know it was missing an arm. But if you look at the pictures.
That sounds so familiar, Kiersten. What happened? Please tell us.
No, I guess I'm very snoopy. I look at what people write on Instagram.
Yeah. So just make sure you read the whole listing. Make sure that you've looked at all the photos. I think that's the biggest thing. And you understand that, basically, what you're getting. And I think you understand the difference in, like, is it a silicone? Is it a vinyl doll? What type of hair does it have? What does varnishing even mean? Right? Yeah. And I'm going to show you what varnishing means. Ethan, are you excited?
Oh boy, am I excited ever.
Okay. So look, stay ahead. Oh, come on. Just look at them. Look at the pretty people. Okay. So this is matte varnish.
Is it named after Matt?
No, matte as an N, like no shine, matte.
Gotcha.
This is thick medium, which is also used. Thick medium. And then I have air dry, and I have satin varnish as well. So satin varnish and dewy varnish will add that like dewy skin tone. But it looks like this. Well, it doesn't. Well, that's a terrible, but it looks like that. When I add paint thinner to it, and I'm going to show you because I'm going to put it on the feet right now. And I've started triple matte varnishing my hands and my feet on the dolls, because those are the places that they lose paint, like if it rubs against something. So I've been trying to make sure it just protects the paint over time.
Yeah.
It adds like a textured seal to it. And you can tell if it's baked because it doesn't leave like a white residue. So if you'll see me when I take it out of the oven, I'll scratch it. And if any of the white like powder stuff comes off, it's not baked enough.
Okay.
Just in case you wanted to know that, now you know. So most artists use varnish to protect their painting because it's a lot of work, and this is just the kind of final step. But with the hands and feet, I do this several times.
Yeah, I had a doll that wasn't varnished, and that really sucked because I always felt like I had paint on my hands when I touched it. And it's really bad.
Sometimes the dolls are just like that too, though. Sometimes that vinyl is like that really sticky vinyl. I can't place it, but it is not fun to work with.
No, I think Paisley has it, and it bothers me. I'll look at her limbs now, and the paint's almost gone on her limbs.
Well, if you want to pop her in the mail, I can varnish her for you.
I probably will.
Okay.
She's my buddy.
I know she's your baby.
Along with the 500 other ones you have.
Well, Paisley's so special because she's the first.
Yeah.
And she's got that sweet smile. You love Paisley.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Does anybody in the comments have any questions about collecting stuff?
Somebody did ask, how long does the paint normally last? Which is, they asked that a while ago, but varnish helps it last longer. Yeah,
it should last for a while, but you should be really careful. And they are expensive pieces of artwork, so we can only do so much to protect the paint. A lot of it is user as well. So
yeah.
So do you think if I took
I knew you were gonna say something about this.
If I took a power sander to it, do you think that would diminish the paint quality?
I think so, yes.
Okay.
I think
I won't do that then.
I think so. Maybe duct taping it as well. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is user because I've only noticed paint rubs besides on Paisley, but I don't think she's varnished. I've only noticed paint rubs on one of your dolls, and that's the one I got secondhand.
Yeah. Well, I've seen them on my dolls too. So this is why I've started, triple varnishing, trying to do my part to make sure. Also, I started sending the dolls wearing socks. That's another thing.
Yeah.
And actually I learned that from Shelby, who she sent me her Rosley to fix, and she was missing some of the paint on her toes, and I tried to fix it. It's really difficult at that stage to fix it because it's so the vinyl is so different, but she sent them in socks and baby mittens, and I was like, that's genius.
Yeah,
it protects, because those UPS people, they don't care, so they'll be throwing that doll around. Just if it rubs against something, the paint will come off. So friction.
Yeah, I think the Joseph 3 months, I'm not even sure if he was sent in with the blanket. I think he was just shoved in the box.
Yeah. Joseph has come a long way. He was once a trash baby, and now he lives a happy life at your home. So
he's actually one of my favorites.
I know. I was talking to Amanda today, and Amanda was like, she's like, what is that redhead doll that Kiersten has? I'm like, Kinsley. She's like, no, not that doll, the big redhead doll. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then I was like, oh yeah, the trash baby. Yes, Joseph. No, he's not a trash baby.
Why is it called trash baby for those who do not know?
Oh, because I had a mental breakdown while painting that dog. Just put him in a trash bag and put him in the trash. And he lived there for a good couple hours until my daughter was like, Mom, I think that you should take it out of the trash and try harder. I was like, okay.
It's a very convincing statement.
My daughter is a wonderful artist, and she beats herself up, and we made a pact that I wouldn't beat myself up about my art if she wouldn't beat herself up about her art. So
that's sweet and good.
So hence, no more trash babies.
Every baby is not a trash baby.
Huh?
I said every baby's not a trash baby.
No. Sometimes it gets frustrating. I have a really hard time walking away from projects sometimes, and I just get mad and I rage quit.
It's definitely fair to take a break. I think everybody needs that no matter what.
Somebody said they really enjoy watching you bring the babies to life.
Oh, I love that.
It is so cool. I don't know, because normally I feel like when I see you doing this, it's super sped up. So this is really cool.
It is super sped up because I feel like no one wants to watch it. I feel boring.
Well, now they can watch it and listen to our voices.
Also, whenever I'm painting, I have a lot of things that I'm watching, and it's usually like my 4th or 5th serial killer documentary on Netflix. And it's like the background is just like, it's too much for y'all to listen to.
I know. I was listening to some gruesome podcast the other day when I was filming a video. So there's muted parts.
Exactly. I'm like, ooh, I shouldn't be listening to that. Even like when Jack's doing his schoolwork, I was listening to like the Cecil Hotel one. And I was like, I don't think this is appropriate for you. Turn this off. All right, time to bake. Give me one second here.
You know, it's funny you guys talk about watching or like the podcasts you guys listen to are like murder mystery stuff, serial killers and things like that. There was this it was a podcast, but basically what this girl does is she has like something that she creates a digital character. So it's like a body tracking suit. So it looks like it's a cartoon, but it's actually her making all of the movements for this character. It's kind of hard to explain. I think her name.
She uses like a filter basically to look like a cartoon.
It's a filter on like the next level because she has like a whole suit she wears that tracks her every like movement.
Mm-hmm.
So she brings this character to life. It looks like some anime or cartoon character. But she does it through like motion capture and stuff like that, but she does it live.
Oh,
and it's really interesting. I mean, just the technology behind it. Like she said, she spent like 50 grand just to start basically this podcast that she wasn't sure if she was going to, how it was going to do.
Yeah.
And she said most of her audience is males, and she wanted to try to, get more females to be interested in what she was doing. And all the suggestions were like, talk about murder mystery, and serial killers and stuff like that.
Yes. Yep. Josh is like, oh, what are you listening today? Pedophiles or murderers? I'm like, yeah, no. Yeah, probably one of those. You'll probably have to bleep that out. Sorry about that. I don't think you can mention that word, can you?
I have no idea. I haven't actually read the terms of service.
There's probably words that were just said we can't say.
Maybe we're far enough in it.
Yeah, I've heard that it's just the first 30 seconds, but who knows?
Sorry about that.
So
you're good.
Anyways,
we're
bouncing around the idea of what we should name our podcast.
Yeah.
We're thinking like putting this on podcast websites.
Yeah. So we had a couple names, and here I'll scroll through. And
can you do a poll on there?
I have no idea.
I don't think.
Hey, you can pull up something called straw poll, I think, and they can vote on it.
Let me see. I'm pretty technically stupid.
Yeah, we don't know anything.
Yes, you do. Just look up straw poll.
I am looking it up now.
But we had ideas like the first, I think the most solid one was Lambie and Friends.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yep.
And then we had another one that was like
give me free dolls.
Yeah, it was just like free dolls. Click.
Click.
Yeah. Just to try to get some viewers. Or Lambie and Strangers.
Lambie and Strangers.
Lambie and those two other weirdos that nobody is really listening to.
Yeah, but she's not Lambie though.
And then we also, but it's funny because it bothers her. And by the way, because people call Kiersten.
Yeah, a lot of people really think my mom named me Lambie. Turns out that's not on my birth certificate. Who knew?
And then we thought about another idea of replacing me, just completely getting rid of me and bringing Santa in here instead, and just calling it what?
Lamb Chops Play Along.
What? Lambie, Santa, and Toy Maker. That was it. So let us know what you guys think of that.
What was that one? The last one we said?
It was Lambie, Santa, and Toy Maker.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. We want something catchy though.
That's true.
That is catchy. What are you talking about? there's Santa, there's a toy maker, there's some mystery Lambie character, who knows?
Okay, so I guess I'm going to share this for you guys in the comments of this. There you go.
All right, there's a thing. If you guys want to click on it,
and
I don't know
vote.
what happens. It could be a link to a vote.
No.
It could be a link to a awesome picture of one of Chelsea's dolls. What else could it be a link to?
I don't know. But anyways.
All right, so click on that, guys, and vote for it, and then we'll get a tally.
Oh, somebody says, "Hey guys."
Hello. What other tips do we have? Do you think people should learn how to like take these dolls apart themselves?
Yeah, I definitely do. I think that if you guys are going to be serious collectors, you need to have zip ties, stuffing, fine glass beads on hand, and all that stuff you can purchase on Bountiful Baby. There's really not that expensive, especially since you're not making a mass quantities, of dolls. So, oh look, it looks like it's 100% with 4 votes, Lambies and friends.
That's right.
Hey, people voted. I counted as one of them. It's fine.
I'm proud.
I think that you guys should have zip ties and the stuff to fix your dolls, because it's quite expensive to ship dolls back to the artist or back to somebody else to fix it. And a lot of times you're going to end up just spending money on something that's a pretty quick fix once you figure it out.
Yeah.
And one of these days, maybe with Delilah, I can show you guys how I put together a doll, so you can kind of see like what all goes into it.
That would be great. I would like that. I need to learn how to take dolls apart myself. That's still something I haven't learned. Maybe I could put it on the channel and teach people how to reweight their dolls.
Yeah.
Like as somebody who doesn't do it all the time, that would be cool. Just no, I mean, like, from I'm so quick at it. I think you would explain it better, if that makes sense.
Probably. Joseph needs a new body anyway, so I'll probably do that.
Same.
I wish ours were easier to buy.
Would you say if you're a person, you should also learn how to reweight your body?
Yes.
I think it takes more time.
More fine glass beads.
I think that it's but I also think that there's an element to it that people look at these dolls as their children and very, they're very bonded to them. So I understand that it would be very difficult to dismantle it. So I'm not taking that away from that, because I get it. But like if the head pops off or something, you can just get a zip tie and put it back together. Like that's a really quick.
Although if you film it on YouTube and scream, "My baby's head came off," I will click.
And I will like and subscribe. That happened to me one time. I was making a video and I was like doing a detail video, and I was like, and she's, she's so beautiful, and the head was like boop, and it just I was like, oh,
that's the thumbnail.
That's actually how I introduced you to my parents, I think, because I was like, look at this girl, look at her doll, it's head full.
Oh my god. I would like to know how to do the cuddles. Okay, Amanda, we can do that. I'll have a Josh make a cameo. Weighing the dolls was actually something that I had to learn, and I'm so grateful for one of the person that bought one of my dolls. She actually told me how to weigh it, because I didn't know how to. So it's actually not as difficult as I was making it out to seem, but basically you just put the nylon in the arm hole or the leg hole, because they had the slits, and then you fill it with glass beads, tie it off, and then put the stuffing on the top, and then sew it up.
Yeah.
Or get a Josh to sew it up for you.
I gotta say, the Blake Asleep you sent me, that is the most perfectly weighted doll in the whole world.
I'm so glad. I will let Josh. Josh, you said the doll you made was perfectly weighted. He's making me cookies. He's not here.
Aww.
How much does Josh get paid for? And by the way, for those who don't know, Josh is her husband. How much does he get paid for all of the manual labor he does for you?
I'm not even answering that.
Oh, okay.
Probably how much you get paid for
he gets paid in compliments. And he also is he's an important part of this Pumpkin Sparkles Babies team. And he knows that I love him dearly.
That's
Kirsten's like, aw.
That's not a monetary amount though.
No,
I'm starting to realize I don't actually get paid for this either. So
I keep telling you, like, just tell me what you want and I'll buy it for you.
yeah, I kind of feel the same way. Like we're saving all of our money to go to Washington, but he wants one of those new Xboxes. So I feel like it'll be like a baby versus Xbox. Like how many babies will he make to deserve?
To deserve.
I don't mean that. I'll be right back.
I took you 100% seriously. She's just got like a whiteboard. And it's like, okay, you've made 200. You made 200.
200.
Yeah, you made 200 babies for me. Just another 300, and you can have your Xbox.
By the way, I'm Selena.
My hands hurt so bad.
Is that creepy?
Do what?
It's
How many
creepy as
podcasts
Selena.
you have to run before I'll buy you the gazebo in the backyard?
We're wanting to, I'm sure Kiersten's probably told you all about it, but we're wanting to redo our landscaping. So we might actually work on that a little bit today. Maybe we'll go out and get some of the stuff we need to in the front yard.
I think I mostly just told Chelsea I wanted to buy a tiny house for our backyard and not why I wanted to do that.
I've talked her down from the tiny house idea. So
I thought it was so good. Like my friends could live in there.
Your friends.
Right. Who's gonna build it? Who's gonna worry about getting the permits and all that?
Not me.
Yeah. So I imagine I won't be getting paid for that either.
Amanda, was that Yale that shipped out and the leg came off?
Oh.
That baby.
Oh.
Thank gosh it was Amanda. She's like, the leg came off. I'm like, oh God.
That would be a hilarious box opening.
Yeah, not for me.
He has one leg. We'll edit it so it.
The thumbnail can just be me holding a leg.
As I just cry in my bedroom, in my covers.
And just completely throw Chelsea under the bus. You should sabotage it beforehand to get the clicks.
Stop.
Terrible box openings get way more clicks. So
that's true, actually.
Be like, oh, this one got hit by a UPS truck before.
No.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
And then afterwards, we'll show the behind the scenes of Kiersten throwing the box in front of the car as it's driving by.
That's horrible.
Oh, darn it. That was stupid of me. That's not blue. Sorry.
Sure it is.
No.
What else do we have for tips? Because I get asked to do things so much. That's not a tip.
What would you feed your doll for lunch?
Milk.
Can you feed them tacos?
Sure.
Nice. There you go. You heard it from Lambie herself.
So, let me think.
Sorry, Kiersten, what was your very first doll? It was Paisley, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what were things that you wish you knew before you bought your first doll?
Don't go to Babies R Us when it's closing and buy half a stroller and then expect that you have the car seat that attaches to it at home, because guess what? You don't, you moron.
Do your research.
So I spent $100 on half a stroller, never could do anything with it. It just sat in the garage till I got rid of it.
You know, it's funny, for Kiersten's outings, she's bought a couple strollers.
Yeah.
2 of them are sitting in the garage and haven't been used.
One of them was used for a TikTok.
Oh, okay. Well, they're not using that much. But she bought a Jeep one, and that's the only one she uses now.
Well, I love it. It's everything I ever wanted. Because I can have the big dolls in it. I can have the baby dolls in it. It's super easy to move. I love it. And it says Jeep. So,
Perfect.
I feel like we need to be sponsored by them.
I know.
I wear the shirt every single time.
I have their Jeep stroller. I have my favorite Jeep blanket right here. Katie asked, what do I do if my doll gets dirty? Well,
do you clean it?
Yeah, don't clean it with alcohol though, because that'll remove the paint.
Unless there's Sharpie on it. Sorry.
Yeah.
How would Sharpie possibly get on Chelsea?
If your husband, soap and water will be fine.
Yeah.
If it gets paint on it, like a little bit of paint thinner will be fine too. It should be sealed, but
Yeah, just
soap and water,
white
gentle,
towel.
baby white.
What about Coca-Cola?
Yeah, definitely Coca-Cola.
Yes, you just have the best tips around. You know that?
Thank you. And so Katie doesn't have to type it. Just, we're joking about the Coca-Cola.
Yeah, don't.
I feel like half of Katie's comments in the chat as the moderator is,
don't do that.
He is making a joke. This is not-
I have a stroller that I bought on Halloween for too much money, and I've used it exactly twice.
Yeah.
And I have to sell it before we move. So it's literally been used twice. Oh, I wish I had it when my kids were actually babies, because it's a beautiful stroller. But
you know what I say we do whenever you move out here? We film a video of us flying out there.
Yeah.
To help you move across the country.
I think that'd be the coolest video. Like,
I could get you across the country in less than 2 days.
that would be. I would click that.
Yeah, you guys can just sleep in the back of the U-Haul, and I'll just drive straight.
Just
through.
Remember, Ethan.
Yeah.
I have 6 cats.
Okay.
And that's what we're trying to really figure out, is how to manage that.
You can put them in like little cat crates.
Yep.
And then put those cat crates inside of a vehicle.
Uh-huh.
And then drive those across the country.
Right, but they have to eat, they have to poop. Like, what is
there? For the dogs, what I did was there was a company in Hawaii. That was their whole job, was to get dogs from Hawaii, dogs, cats, any kind of animal, from Hawaii to wherever you were going next.
That's brilliant.
Probably. So they might have that something like stateside. Because, they fed the animals, they helped them with whatever they needed during the trip.
How often do cats poop?
I don't know. I feel like they might not poop because they're going to be so stressed out. I'm actually going to have to drug like some of them. Like the one that just lives in here. Like, we're going to ruin her life.
I could have you guys across the country before it's even time for them to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, but I like to live.
Well, I know you guys can take a bunch of Benadryl and sleep in the back of the U-Haul.
Oh yeah, earlier I was asking, how am I ever going to go to Chelsea's house since I'm allergic to cats? We'll just drug me up.
Benadryl, just drug you. we had a friend, like we had a family friend spend the night at like around Christmas time, and he's a very sweet little boy. He's like 12, and he woke up. I came out into the living room, and he's like, Miss Chelsea, my throat kind of hurts. And I looked at him, and his face was so, he couldn't even see out of his eyeballs. And he's like, the cat slept on me. I was like, are you allergic to cats by any chance? Like, yeah. It was so sad. I felt so bad for him. I'm like, go get in the shower, rinse it off your face. He had 4 cats on him. He loves cats, just can't breathe.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Like, that's how I found out I was allergic, because one of my friends had a cat. I picked it up, I put it in my face, rubbed it around, and said, I love you, cat. And I didn't leave it alone for 4 hours. And then I look horrible. My face is red. I can't see. And I tell this guy who was near me, and I was like, I think I'm allergic to cats. He was like, no, you would have known you were allergic before you touched the cat. And I was like, this is the first cat I've seen.
Right.
He's becoming an adult.
Oh my God, Katie, I've never traveled with my cats, so that is a really good question. I have one who's so sweet, and I could probably just like leash and like, no, I'm serious. Like, he's like a little dog. Like, I could probably leash and he would be fine. But the rest of them are spastic, crazy, weird, neurotic animals. So I don't know. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
No. No.
But yeah, you guys should. We should do a video. You guys should fly out here, and you should move us.
Ethan,
be like a series.
How long did it take you to get from Florida to Nevada?
It was just over 30 hours, I think.
Yeah.
Also, I have to pee all the time.
Well, that's fine. We stop every couple hours.
Like every hour. I'm gonna need like Depends. I'm serious. It's gonna be bad. I'm just not gonna be able to drink water for 4 days. I think that's gonna be the the
There you
solution.
go.
That's
Jump
good. That's
Yeah.
Don't hydrate at all.
Katie in the next 5
We're
minutes. Drink water.
Yeah. Katie, please correct us on everything we say. Oh, she has another disclaimer. It is illegal to travel in the back of a U-Haul. Yeah. Or other moving truck when you travel. Make sure
Thank
you have
you,
a seatbelt and
Katie.
access to fresh air.
I love how she keeps everybody safe for us because we're just bad influences.
Yeah, we're the worst.
So that would be
Yeah,
amazing.
don't drug people and put them in the back of your U-Haul. It won't end well. Seriously, don't do it.
I feel like I would.
That being said, Chelsea, right before we leave, all we have to do is just give you a couple Tylenol PM and you'll wake up in Washington.
Yeah. Feel like you have highly underestimated my anxiety.
Tylenol PM?
No.
No. I'm probably gonna need a Valium or two. I'm serious.
Sorry, I'm not Katie.
It's gonna be fine.
Disclaimer, it's dangerous to be dehydrated. Yes.
So
drink water.
when I met Katie at basic training, and they tell you a million times a day, drink water. She'll probably put it in the comments, but they said something to us every morning that was like, drink 6 canteens of water a day. Do you remember it?
Here's my water.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
drinking.
about. I have no
Wow.
idea what they're
That's a lot bigger than our canteens.
Yeah. That's why I pee all the time.
I didn't drink any water at basic, and it was in Texas. And I
Oh
was,
God, Kiersten.
yeah, I'm dumb.
Oh
Well,
my
at least
God.
18-year-old me was dumb.
I tried to drink water, but I had pneumonia, so my throat was like bleeding. So it
Oh,
was really tough. So
you poor thing.
yeah, the only thing, I guess I haven't told you this story, but the only thing that I could eat was yogurt and bananas,
Mhm.
and that was it. And it was really painful to drink water.
Oh,
I was
I'm
constantly
sorry.
like sneezing and coughing up blood.
Ugh.
Okay, it was only for like 2 months.
I met my best friend there.
Yeah.
That story's always better. Just kidding. I'm sorry you almost died. I'm sure it worried your mom.
No,
I do think that meeting Kiersten before a doll show would be much more fun for everyone else.
instead
Yeah.
of being like, hey, we just met in person for the first time. Now let's all sit in the same car for only 30 hours.
Yeah,
No,
let's
I would be-
we're friends.
I would be fine with that. I would be fine with that. I'm talking about like if we went in, like to Rose and Kiersten and I met for the first time and like we were at the same booth, like I feel like I would not pay attention to anybody. I would just be talking to her the whole time.
That's true.
I know we'd have to film that one like a real
Yeah.
documentary type.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the whole documentary would be people come over and be like, oh, this person, I watch all your videos, I'm a great fan. It's so cool to meet you. And they'd be like, okay, I'm talking to Chelsea right now.
Right. Sorry.
All right. And it's like, but it says meet and greet. Okay, well,
No.
you go meet someone else. That's what it could be like.
Hi, Tina. Everyone say hi to Tina.
Hi,
Hello.
Tina. How are
Tina
you?
is my very good friend.
Aw.
She is the one who we donated all the dolls to because she works for the nursing homes.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. Hello.
This is Kiersten, and that's the guy she found on the street that just joins our podcast sometimes.
It's true.
I'm just kidding. It's Ethan. That's her husband. He's
He
They're
was living
paying-
under this tunnel by my house.
They're paying me in recycling, so they'll give me a couple plastic bottles whenever we're done, and that's my payment.
No,
Um,
I'm so sorry. We're not having anybody added to this Zoom right now. It's just me and Chelsea. I deeply apologize from the bottom of my heart.
I think that it would be super, super cool though to like, I know because Amanda will probably come to the doll show too. I know a lot of people, I think if we actually plan to do it, I think that would be so like cool.
Yeah.
Like to be in an environment where people walked by and didn't go, oh my God, that's so creepy.
Yeah, that's true.
And they actually all like love reborns. That would be so
You guys
cool.
just stand like on the side of the street with a booth, being like,
That
I
might be-
did
"Come buy a baby." That's what
I did a craft show, not last Christmas, but the Christmas before that. And it was like disturbing. I mean, their reactions were mixed, but like I heard people talking about me like in the bathroom saying that the reason why I did that is because I probably don't have children.
Yeah, the kind of crap people say to me. It's so nice and kind.
Like,
Love
And I
it.
was like, or like, I don't even know. keep your opinions to yourself, people.
I hate that people start rumors. Like they see something that they don't understand. So they're like, I'm going to create this story in my head and tell everybody I know.
Right. It was a really cool, like people had never seen the dolls before. So, but mostly they were like, oh my God, that's so creepy. And I'd be like, thank you so much. It was about 100 hours of artwork. Thanks so much for your opinion. Blah. So anyway, a doll show would be cool.
It would. I really want to go to one. I really want to go to the one in Florida though, more than Rose. But
Oh yeah, the teddy bear doll one.
Yeah.
Is it near Orlando or something?
Yes.
You know what? Oh, Kiersten, I think there's one in Washington. I think like one of the same.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
We could just start our own doll show.
Oh God.
I don't. Where we live, for reasons I'm not going to say on here, I'm not okay with that.
We could start one. We could do it over in Reno.
Maybe.
We could call it the. We're gonna have to start another poll because I'm about to come up with some crazy names.
Oh my
The
gosh.
Reno doll show with dolls.
I know somebody who is in Reno and they collect reborns. And as soon as COVID's over, me and her, we're going to meet up. I haven't told her this yet, and she doesn't know it, but we're going to be friends.
Is she watching right now?
Probably not.
Oh, fair enough.
Or
She's
she'll probably be
imaginary.
there.
I'm just kidding. That would be cool. Yeah, so I'm definitely looking forward because I was supposed to do a doll show in last year, but obviously that didn't work out. So
Yeah.
it's fun. I'm excited. I think that would be so much fun.
2022.
Yeah, well, maybe not 2022 for me. Maybe 2023 since we'll be moving, but maybe.
Well, that's
We'll see.
true. That's true. I keep
was
thinking you're moving like next month, even though that's
I know. I
not-
wish. I wish. We're hoping like the soonest. Like, I mean, in my brain, as soon as we can, we're gonna move. So I'm thinking like November, December. That's where my brain is at. But I also want them to like actually have Christmas. So like Merry Christmas or in a truck with
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
So-
I mean, if Ethan drives you, you could just start on December 22nd and they'll have a Christmas not in a truck.
True. I got you. And if other people, because I imagine there's gonna be a U-Haul. How many vehicles are you guys taking across the
Just
country?
one.
Just one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Just they make little trailers you can connect to the back of the U-Hauls and just pull the vehicle.
Yeah, I would probably be in the vehicle. I don't think we're all gonna fit in the U-Haul.
Can I have?
Well, actually, I think you probably can't be in the vehicle when it's getting pulled.
Yeah, I think we drive it. But yeah.
I've always wanted
I'll
to
just
be
say-
one of those RV people who has a Jeep in the back of their RV, just
In the
Tooting
back,
along.
in the back of it.
no, like
You mean
they're going
attached, like-
along.
Yeah. Well, we could buy an RV. You want to just sell our house?
No.
No.
A lot of people, I posted something on Instagram and I was like, I really love van life people. And I was really thinking about doing it back in 2019 when I didn't have anywhere to live. And people missed the 2019 part and they were like, oh, you're homeless. That sucks.
You look at these like tiny houses and these RVs, and you're like, oh, well, that'd be so. You own so much stuff. It would
never
happen.
work. It would never
work.
happen.
It would just be the dolls.
Like I'd be there with my 3 shirts and 2 pairs of pants that I own, and
I know.
like you'd be like, "There's not enough room in here. Ethan, can you get rid of some of your stuff?" I'm like, I only own 3 shirts. That's all I have.
This
Here.
sweatshirt. This is it.
Yeah.
That's all I have.
He's very minimalistic and I am very much, I have how many
Not.
babies?
Minimalistic.
Yeah.
Does it ever get overwhelming, Kiersten, to have so many dolls?
Oh, yes, but it's hard to sell them for a lot of reasons. Say they
Yeah.
can't say which one to sell or people are buttholes.
Yeah.
You give them
Because-
back to Chelsea, and she can just put them on her website.
Sometimes I think about that, but I don't want to stress her out.
Just give them back to me?
Yeah, you can sell them. You can go through the hassle, but that would be really mean.
Oh, that would give me hives.
Yeah.
I hate the process. Speaking of which, guys, I have a doll for sale if you're wondering.
You do. Babies.com.
Kaya by Gunnar Legler is over on my website, pumpkinsparklesbabies.com, and she's so beautiful. And I unfortunately cannot show her to you because she's packed up because I was starting to catch feelings for her. And I can't do that. She needs to go to a new home. And I love her so much. She's so beautiful. Go check out her photos, please, if you have a moment, of course.
I know it bothers me so much that I get all these comments that are like, Chelsea doesn't have a doll, so I hate you both. And I'm like, well, she's a person. She only can make so many dolls at a time. And then when you have a doll for sale and I put it everywhere, people are like,
it's too expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's okay.
Well,
My dolls are not for everyone, and that's okay.
just steal your mother's credit card.
Ethan.
I'm joking. Katie, please put something in there that says I'm joking.
I've seen people do that though. Like I stalk people on Instagram and really read what they have to say. But yeah, a couple years ago, there was a girl who did that. Not once, but twice. She stole her dad's credit card. And I guess he grounded her. So she somehow got her phone back and was like, I don't care. I'll keep doing it again because I like these dolls. I feel so bad for that dad.
That's insane.
I can't imagine being that naughty. My parents not that word. They would have grounded me for life.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an understatement. So did you say that you were going to Six Flags tomorrow?
No, it's supposed to rain though.
Oh, that's a bummer. Are you bringing in the doll for Ethan to carry?
No, because my Six Flags is super strict. They won't even allow phones on the rides.
Oh, okay. I like Six Flags. Although I have to tell you that I used to be really, really adventurous on rides. But then I made the mistake of watching a YouTube video of amusement ride fails. And I haven't been able to get past it. And I can't do it anymore.
I watch them all the time and I'm just like, if this is how I'm going to go out, I'm happy at least.
I can't.
What about Disney? What about like Disney? Would you go to Disney?
Yeah, for sure. I go to Disney. I feel like those rides are a little bit more like taken care of.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just feel like Disney as a whole is like just safer because it's Disney. But I actually have no reference for that. I just feel like
well, we've been to a lot of different theme parks. And I gotta say, when you're riding a ride at Disney,
it feels
clean. There's some of them that are like thrill rides, right? Like there's this one that my favorite, and well, I know it's one of Kiersten's favorites, but it shoots you up this tower and then yanks you back down. So there's like zero gravity and like does that a bunch.
Our favorite.
And there's flashing lights and music and it's a lot of fun. But that one's probably the most intense ride. And even that one, like you don't feel like you're gonna die.
Yeah.
Where like genuinely think you're going to die. And you go to some of these other like theme parks and there's this roller coaster that goes all around and flips you upside down and it's like okay, here's a bungee cord, hold on to that.
Exactly.
There's
good luck.
The park we're going to tomorrow, like that's my childhood park. I went to a lot as a kid. That's the one I have cried for my mommy at 18 and 2019 when I took her to that park. There's just rides in that park that scare me because I think I'm gonna die because you're only being held there by a lap. So
and it feels like you're getting whiplash. I'm like, I'm not even enjoying this. I'm just trying to keep my head on straight.
And I'm not a very big human. So
yeah,
there's some of them where I'm like, I'm gonna fall out.
I say there was this one roller coaster me and Kiersten went on. It's been a little while back, but it was in the winter time. So it was freezing cold outside. And it was this big wooden roller coaster. Was it Great America?
Yeah, that was Great America.
Yeah, it was at Great America. And this big wooden roller coaster, we waited in line for like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, we spent our whole day in that line.
Yeah, like half the day waiting in this line. And we had no idea it was going to be that long.
But I remember it was so good. As a kid, I loved that ride.
Yeah, we went on the ride and just the whole time I feel like it's so rattly. I was like, I'm going to bite my tongue off.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is just being tortured for 5 minutes.
But my parents need to find it. I know they're not in here, but they need to find it. We took my cousin. That was his very first roller coaster we ever put him on. And he's, I don't know, a teenager. We put him on that and his face when they took the picture was the greatest thing I've ever seen. And I need to have my parents find that picture and I'll put it on YouTube and Instagram.
Super happy about it. Loved it.
Oh yeah. He looked like his pants were wet.
That's funny. Josh did a ride. I think it was at Dollywood because we used to go to Dollywood every summer, like the water park. That's in Tennessee, and he went on this ride that was like super super high up in the air, and it was a water ride, but it was like this, like like that.
Ooh.
And he said when he went down it, he was like not touching the slide for like an uncomfortable amount of time. It's like, no, no thanks.
The Disney ride I was talking about where it pulls you back down a tower.
Yeah.
The first time I ever went on it, I really didn't entirely know what to expect from it.
Yeah, I don't think I told you.
And I had like my shades just like on my shirt right here. And like I said, like there's lights, and sometimes like when it'll drop, it'll be pitch black, and then lights will come on and stuff.
Oh,
and
God.
I just remember like the lights would like flash a little bit as you were going, like being pulled down this tower, and my shades were just floating in front of me because of the zero gravity.
Yeah,
and I was just like, no, come back.
When I go to Disney, like I am all out dressed up in like my nicest clothes. So I've gone there in like 1950s dresses, and they will fly up on that.
I love your Disney outfits. They're the best.
Thank you. I was just looking at one in the closet because I never got to wear it because of our friend 2020.
Ugh, 2020. Yes, but Kiersten, did you get both of your vaccinations?
No, I'm getting my next one middle of May.
Mine is May 1st, my second one. So then I will be fully armed with the power of antivirus.
California is letting people come in if you have both vaccines, if you're fully vaccinated.
Yeah.
So you can go to Disneyland.
I got my passport. We should try to figure out if you guys can meet up in September. That would be cool. I know it's a long drive for y'all, but we're going to be there for a week.
Yeah, our job has strict guidelines, but
it seems things are changing.
Yeah, it seems like things are changing.
I wonder if we could meet someplace. No, because we're driving. That's a stupid thing. I'm sorry. We're driving, but we can meet closer to you.
Yeah, we'll see. Like there is a lot along that, like the Northern California, Oregon, and Washington coast are just breathtaking.
It's just what you said?
Breathtaking. Like they're my favorite spots.
So you said it was wrecked. I'm like, why is it wrecked? What?
It's pretty.
It's funny. That'd be so cool. I'm so excited to go to Seattle.
Somebody seems this Amanda person seems pretty knowledgeable on theme parks. They said they used to love.
Yeah, that's right, Amanda. Yep, she's right.
Mission Space.
Yes.
And we rode Test Track, and I gotta say that was a lot of fun.
That was. I like that.
We went there with Kiersten's parents, and on Test Track, basically, the whole premise of the ride is you go through this little queue, like while you're waiting in line, and they give you these computers where you like build your own, the specs to your vehicle that you're in. Granted, like all the I think the carts perform differently depending on how you build your car. But me and Kiersten, we made this giant monstrosity of a vehicle, and it was just like this huge truck, like huge futuristic truck that had like jet engines for tires and all this just bizarre stuff. And then it also had like a diesel engine and then jet engine tires. I don't know. But anyways.
And then my parents and the people next to us made like normal cars.
Yeah, and ours did really good for some reason.
I think we painted it like neon green and pink. It was beautiful.
I think it was just all pink. Just all solid pink.
That's awesome.
And then the Mission Space, I don't know how much I liked that one.
Yeah, I think we should have gone on the one where we were too afraid to go on it because we thought it might make us sick.
Yeah, the Mission Space, it offers two different basically versions of the ride to go on. One is a little bit more tame, and then the one is just crazy.
And you're supposed to hit buttons, but if you didn't hit the button, it just did it for you.
Yeah, it was like you have to hit these buttons to like.
I like Millennium Falcon better because if you don't hit the buttons, everything dies.
Yeah.
Why don't we have a Disney Channel?
Yeah.
Right?
My brother's talking about Mr. Freeze at Six Flags St. Louis. Six Flags St. Louis had some pretty cool rides. That's around where I grew up, so that was the park that we went to a couple different times. And there's this one called Mr. Freeze, and originally what it was is you were like in this kind of like dark room, and you shot out this dark tunnel, and then you'd go across the whole track, and you'd be sitting there facing straight up in the cart, like really high in the air, and then you just go flying back through the track.
Oh,
Going
that's
backwards.
the one. I think we call it Superman at the one near me, and that's the one where I was crying for my mommy.
So, but then that was before we had gone to the Six Flags, and then they changed it. And I think it was, I can imagine it was a lot cooler, but it went out the opposite way. So they turned the cart around. So now whenever you go up that thing, you're hanging there, like
Good.
looking at the whole park, just like super
no,
high.
thank you. Nope, nope, nope.
You're just
nope,
hanging
nope,
there
nope.
for a second, like leaning
Good.
forward, and then you just go flying back through the shack. It's pretty.
So
pretty cool.
Katie asks a question, and I think Ethan would love to tell what not to do. But Katie asks, do you have tips on how to take dolls to Disney?
And I have tips on what not to do.
Yeah.
So one thing you should not do when you take your dolls to Disney is have your husband get a giant backpack and be forced to carry them around all day long because you only wanted to bring them out for 5 seconds.
Should you also maybe not take your doll out of your backpack during Splash Mountain and hold it up like Lion King
Yeah.
when you're going down?
So, there was one time Kiersten wanted to bring her doll to Disney to make a video.
And I did. That's one of my favorite videos.
And it was towards the end of the day because it was dark out. And I think there's something else going on in the park because there wasn't a lot of people going. I think it was cold out.
Yeah,
was
I
really
think it was
cold out.
cold.
So nobody was
there.
going on Splash Mountain, which is this ride that covers you in water. That's why they weren't going over there. So we went on it, and I think there were people.
There were people in front of us.
Yeah, they
we were in the back.
us, so they couldn't see it. It's like this little log you're in. So we were in the back, and I can't see it. And at one point during Splash Mountain, you like the most famous
big
part,
drop.
you go down this huge drop, and it takes your picture because everybody's like freaking out and stuff like that. But what we did is I pulled this realistic looking doll out of my back.
Oh my gosh.
And held it up
like
the Lion King, and it took our picture. So whenever we go out of the queue and go over to see our picture, the nice family that was waiting in line forever with us in front of us on the ride, they're trying to find their picture, and they're like, we can't find our picture. Why isn't it showing up? Well, Disney did not put their picture out there because the people behind them were holding up what appeared to be an infant child on the ride.
I've never heard that story.
At first, we're looking at it, and we're like, and it comes up with these one pictures. It's just your picture was washed away, and they can't figure out why their picture is washed away.
Washed away.
No, I say washed, and apparently there's no R in the word. I don't know, but
That is funny.
yeah, Kiersten makes fun of me for everything. So we're standing behind the family, and they're like looking at the screens. And they're like, where's our picture? And I'm just like, Kiersten, we should leave. We should go now.
We like
Abort.
us apart.
Let's hastily. And she's like, what's going on? And I'm like, yeah, those pictures that were washed away. That's because we were holding up a baby. So
they probably went and complained, and then they probably had to.
yeah, they're like, oh, here's your picture. There's this crazy person behind you.
We did it with the stuffed animal though, and they kept it. I think we might. I don't know if I still have it, but that was okay.
Yeah, I guess.
my gosh.
I think that was actually like a stuffed Simba, so it made more sense.
I just spit all over myself. I really feel like if we videoed us going to Disney, I feel like that I've never been, so that would be the best.
Pull so many pranks. Like I feel like I'd be
Yeah.
more comfortable taking a reborn if I had friends there with me.
Yeah. Well, there was one time where we did an outing thing, and Katie was with us, and
Yeah,
we were
that was
super
fun.
super confident about that, and let your grandpa throw the doll on the ground
Yeah.
and pretend it was
I
a little
love
baby,
that story.
screaming, "Help! My baby's dead."
So what are some good tips for Disney? I would say be confident, maybe have some friends. Remember, there are so many people at Disney. You don't know a single one of them. They're never going to see you again. And a lot of them are going to think it's really cool that you have that doll.
Yeah.
Make sure to bring a husband so that you can stuff it in the backpack and have him carry it around all day long.
I would probably, unless you're bringing in a stroller, I would suggest a lighter one because we had a lot more fun when we brought in the Lovabella that's super light compared to Paisley, who's super heavy.
I think it was the Lovabella that was on the.
Yeah, that was the Lovabella.
Yeah, I was holding up. So it wasn't even like a reborn doll. It was like a toy doll.
And then somebody
Okay, yeah.
asks, any tips for flying with reborns? My mom's a TSA agent.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, she is. She's been with TSA for like a million years.
Oh.
So I can do a video with that soon, or have her. We could interview her or something.
Yeah, that's what we could do. We could do an interview, be like 60-minute
Kiersten.
interview where it's like in a dark room.
If you're gonna bring your doll out, dress it weather appropriate.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah,
took
yeah,
a doll to Disney and she wasn't wearing socks, and people were like, "Your baby's not wearing socks."
It was just February and it was very cold, and somebody's like, "That baby's not wearing socks."
Yeah.
So Kiersten bought it socks and then stuffed it in the backpack, and that's where it was for the rest of the day.
Well, we went to breakfast. We were in the park early for breakfast, and this lady was like asking if I wanted a high chair for my baby and how old she was. So I just stuffed her in the backpack and didn't
While
bring
we
her
were
out
eating.
for the rest of the
While we were
So
eating.
we go to check into this restaurant, and well, I don't remember how many. Let's say there were 6 of us there,
I
right?
think she even asked if I was like breastfeeding.
Yes, there was like 6 of us plus this doll that Kiersten's holding, and she's like, "Okay, so they charged us for 7 people because there was this infant doll, but then whenever they like give us the check, there's only 6 people there because the infant doll is shoved in a backpack."
Oh my
So,
God.
Yeah, the tip was based off of, because it was like a forced tip, and it was based off of 7 people.
Yeah, I'll have to ask mom, but I can definitely probably figure something out on having her on here to answer all y'all's
Yeah.
questions about flying.
It's true.
I think most people, I mean, I think there's a lot of fear about taking dolls out and stuff, but like, honestly, I don't really, well, I know I'm different because people ask, I'm like, yeah, I make them. Here's my card. But most people don't care. Like
Yeah.
most people are more worried about themselves than they are about you. And the very least are going to just, ask or they'll say, oh, you had me fooled for a second. That's usually what happens. And
I've only had one person be mean, and that was a TSA agent.
yeah.
That was interesting, because that was when
Yeah,
you were
you were
leaving
watching.
Florida, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was this kind of smaller airport, and I was living out in Florida, and Kiersten, by the way, we didn't choose these. Our jobs make us live in certain places.
Yeah. I don't
But,
know why a lot of people think we would choose that.
Yeah, Kiersten was living in Hawaii. I was living in Florida, and Kiersten was visiting me in Florida, and she was leaving, and I was watching her like go through TSA and everything like that. And
They brought my doll out. They will
Yeah.
always do that. They will always take your doll out of the bag. But this lady, she's doing the normal inspection where they like dab it, make sure it's not explosive. And instead of just being like, hey, have a nice day, she was like, you shouldn't bring those dolls around. You are scary. You are going to scare people. Mind you, the doll was in a backpack. I was going to keep her in a backpack the whole time. And she was just like, you scare people.
Oh my
and, I mean,
Kiersten's
we weren't
like,
putting a real baby in a backpack.
okay,
That's-
thank you. Have a nice day. Like, I'm sure there's other things that you've found in backpacks is a lot scarier than this lady.
Yeah. And that's the only bad thing that's ever happened when taking a doll out.
Yeah.
And I've flown with dolls too, a lot, and nothing happens.
I'm like still salty about the fact that they made me take a sleeping Jack out of the front carrier to check if my sleeper thing had explosives. And then the child was awake for the whole flight.
Oh,
And he cried and held his breath and passed out. And it was the worst experience of my life.
I'm so sorry.
Thank you. It was awful.
Oh, look, we got a new person on the podcast. Look
I
who it
know
is.
that. Yeah, maybe I'll see about next week if we can get mom on here. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we have to make.
And we have to ask her permission anyways.
Yeah, we have to make a trip up there soon anyway. So we're not. Might be
Amanda said, so should people automatically leave the baby out of the bag when going through security? What do you think, Kiersten?
If you're more confident in doing that, because there are people behind you. And so if you are confident in doing that, yes. But if you're a bit scared about it, it's still okay to leave them in the backpack. I would tell the TSA agent who's closest to you and be like, hey, there's a doll in here, just so you guys know. Because a lot of the time they will go tell the person who's watching the TV or
That's not a human.
yeah. Or whatever
Oh my
it is.
God.
It's not a TV. I don't know. Scanner.
I think maybe I'm just so proud sometimes in my work that I just don't care. I don't know. I know I am always find it fascinating when people ask me questions about it. And I would be happy to explain it to you. And I've gotten the strangest questions like, is that porcelain?
Yeah.
Sure is.
and going through TSA and be like, yeah, if you squeeze its hand, it's ice shoot lasers. Try it. It's fun.
I think my mom said they're starting to brief the agents about reborns because they're
Yeah.
becoming so more popular.
That's cool.
So a lot of them, like, they know what they are, they know what they have to do when they see them.
Well, I mean, it's a weird thing that goes like, it would be it's a different type of thing to go through TSA. So I imagine it's just like any other job, right? Where you have briefs and people, you keep up to date on what's going on in the workplace. So any other things that like become popular that, go through TSA, I'm sure they get rid of all that stuff.
I remember when you could just walk to the gate.
Yeah.
That's all you did was walk through a metal detector. And now you're like disrobing.
Yeah. I know it's weird, but I can remember pre 9/11 because we were flying so much. Like, life we flew. So I remember that too.
Yeah, it's always weird because the TSA agents are always like, no, sir, please keep your pants on. Like,
Although I am loving that with my current job, we're usually TSA pre-check. So that's pretty neat.
Yeah,
that's cool.
that's
Yeah.
nice.
That is cool.
And when your mom's a TSA
Yeah.
and tells you what to do.
Yeah.
Somebody keeps asking, what advice do you have for reborn collectors with tight budgets, especially when it comes to buying reborn dolls?
That's a good question, Kiersten.
It
Take
is.
it away.
So depending, for authentic reborns, like I was saying, like you're probably not going to find one for less than 150, but you could definitely go on reborns.com. I think there's a price sort thing and put in your budget. But if even those dolls are too much, I would highly recommend kimby.com. Their dolls are so cool. Paradise Galleries and Ashton Drake. All of them sell really fun dolls, and you could take them apart, reweight them, whatever you want to do to make them yours. I really love all my more budget babies.
What if I only had $5?
The Dollar Tree does sell dolls.
You need to save your money.
Yeah. Also Walmart has the Behringer JC Toys dolls, and those are fun. I love them.
Wait, where's Jessica? Where she is. This is Jessica.
Oh, so cute.
These are fine. They're cute.
And you can paint them yourself. Where's Bob?
Oh,
Yeah.
Bob, I painted one of those. Do you guys want to see that?
Yes.
I'm sure people have never seen this before. I only bring it up every single time that we do a live. Here's the doll I painted. What do you guys think?
Yeah, great. Beautiful. You can paint them yourself.
It's got glitter vomit. It's got a mohawk, a beard, black demon eyes, and weird painted feet and hands. So
It is a beautiful.
But
It is beautiful.
if you want something that isn't Kimby or Ashton Drake or Paradise Galleries or the Behringer dolls, and you can't afford them, the most I can say is try your best to save your money. I know that's not an answer people like, but unfortunately, these dolls are not a need. They do cost money, and I'm really sorry.
I'm also so sorry.
I feel so bad because people complain to me all the time, and they're like, I only have $100, but I don't want those options you listed. I'm like, I'm sorry, what can I do for you?
Yeah.
Like lots of people do giveaways. It's not guaranteed you're gonna win.
I'm actually thinking very hesitantly. I was actually wondering if I was even going to say this on here, but I might, everyone say it with me, might do a giveaway when I reach that special number on YouTube.
Yeah.
So if you're not following my YouTube channel, go follow it because you might win a reborn.
What is your YouTube channel?
That's a good question. It's Pumpkin Sparkles, I think. Here, I think if I do a comment, can they click on me and go to my website?
Yeah, I'll pin it.
Okay. Here. I'm gonna put my website, and then if you click on my face, you'll go to my YouTube.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm thinking about doing a giveaway. That would be cool.
It would. I'm thinking of doing one, but I'm not sure just because I got so much hate with the last giveaway.
Yeah.
Got so much hate a couple weeks ago about not giving people free dolls. So
Yeah.
Maybe we should just do one giveaway, and it's like, hey, if we can get
1,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Or, well, I think Kiersten's is already over that. But I was thinking like,
Is she?
a
She's
little
a little surpassed that. She has like 1 billion views.
a little over that. But I don't know, like X amount of viewers on the live or something.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Maybe a live giveaway
know.
soon.
Oh, that would be a great idea.
24-hour live.
Oh my.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom at some point.
That's okay. We can take a turn, being able to take a break.
Yeah, I can entertain people just by myself. We were talking about that earlier. I can recreate cinematic stories.
Wait, we gotta take a pause. Kate Butin, I don't know if you were in the live earlier, but we did have a chat about this. If it's not Paradise Galleries, Ashton Drake, or Kimby.com, most dolls that are that price are scam dolls. They are stolen sculpts. And not only that, a lot of the time you're not getting what you paid for because they steal pictures. So they're not giving you what you think you're going to get, or they just steal your money and you don't get anything at all. It's pretty not okay. So I'd be really wary of something under probably 150 to 200 bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I want to tell a very quick story for those out there that are thinking about the knockoff kits and stuff, because I've been on a hunt for a Lulu, and I've made one and I loved her, and the Lulu authentic kits are like upwards of $1,000 right now for some reason.
Gorgeous though.
But the knockoff kits are being sold on Amazon and being sold on Etsy for like $60. And they don't come with the COA, and they're not like, they don't have the, if you can see back here, you probably can't see that, but it has the artist name and can you see that?
No.
Maybe, no? Anyway, it has the artist names on the back, and the knockoff kits do not have that. So I was looking for Lulu, and I knew that I couldn't do that. But then I was looking for a Darren kit by Bountiful Baby, and I found one on eBay, and I was so excited because it was like really cheap. So I'm looking, and then I'm realizing that it's coming from China, and that's the reason why it is so cheap. And it doesn't come with a COA, and it doesn't come with the things that you would expect when you buy an authentic kit. And when you get seriously into this hobby, the COAs matter. Let me show you like COA, because it means that it's authentic. It means that it wasn't a knockoff kit. And if you care about the artwork, that means something. See?
And the knockoffs suck because it's taking revenue from somebody who really needs them, another artist, you know?
So I then found the actual kit. And so I know it gets very tempting to, for me, guys, if I was able to buy kits for $40, I would be making much more of a profit. And that's the truth. The supplies are very, very expensive. And it's just how it goes. I know that it's hard to understand, but I mean, it's kind of the same deal with anything that's, like point shoes, for example. Like, why are they hundreds of dollars? Because it takes a really long time to make them.
Yeah.
Did
you hear about the Lulu Awake?
The what?
The Lulu Awake, like Joanna Kazmarek was working on it. She hasn't released it yet, but
is it already stolen?
Yeah, they already stole it.
Yeah, and I don't blame Bonnie Brown either for like never releasing kits. Like, honestly, it's so if someone has already stole Laura, and it sucks for people like, for artists, because we want to be able to work on these kits because they're beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's so nice as an artist to work on a beautiful kit, but people just, and like trying to sell a Saskia, trying to sell a Levi, trying to sell Twin A. Doesn't everyone assume that Twin A is a scam doll?
Yeah, I get comments on my twins all the time.
I can assure you that they're not scams. I bought them, and she has a COA for both.
Yep.
Yeah.
It just breaks my heart because I know so many people are like, well, it's like fake Coach bags.
Yep.
Coach is a big company who has a lot of money. To be honest, I don't think Bonnie Brown is a multimillionaire.
Nope. And it's still taking away from the artists.
Like
It
buying
makes it harder for everyone.
a fake Coach bag is still like,
it's still not good, but they'll compare it and say it's okay because
It's not. It's not okay. And I think maybe in during my life, I probably would have thought it was okay, but now as an artist, I understand that.
It's
not
interesting hearing you guys talk about the ways to identify fake kits from real kits. Because I didn't know that. Like, I didn't know that there was that on the back of the head that identifies it as an actual authentic kit.
Or like this piece of paper does matter.
It's interesting you guys talking about that, because for those of you who don't know, like, I bought a lot of Legos before, and Legos is something that is like, it's very popular for people to steal. Like, China makes fake Legos all the time, and there was this one company that was in China, and they called themselves Leaqueen, and they would make something for Legos that cost, let's say it was $100 for this set. They would make it for like $20, and one, the plastic is cheaper, and like it breaks really easily.
Didn't you have a set?
No, but I'll tell you how. So Lego has a way to identify real ones from fake ones as well. All the little bumps on each piece of Lego, if it says Lego on it, it's authentic. But if it doesn't say Lego on it, then it's not. Because they'll just be like normal little bumps that don't say Lego on them.
Yeah.
Oh, I just wanted to show you that my doll's packed up, but you get a COA. Wow, that's not good. You get a COA from me as well.
Yeah.
And it's signed on the back. And I also signed the COA, and I also signed the base of the doll head as well. So
got it here. It's so pretty too.
A lot of people try to pretend like they made the dolls that I have, or like that are at Kiersten's house, and they try to sell them, which is a fun little game that we play on Instagram. But you'll always know that the doll is made by me because it'll come with that, and it will be signed.
And I hate that. I feel like all the time people will message me like pictures of your dolls that I didn't adopt, and they'll be like, I found your dolls on this scam person's website. And of course I still like report it. It's just crazy.
Somebody has a great question. So they're talking about, as far as ways to get dolls for a cheaper price that are authentic. So when it comes to buying pre-owned, what would you guys say to look out for when you're buying pre-owned?
I highly recommend pre-owned. The thing you have to look out for though is the person selling, because they can still, like, there are so many scammers who will steal my pictures and be like, I'm selling this doll. So I would recommend like get a safety picture. But then again, we saw somebody fake a safety picture.
A safety picture.
Make sure they crumple the paper.
Yeah. So I would ask for something like random that they can't fake.
Like hold up a hairbrush with it. Yeah. Something like that. Seriously, because people will Photoshop, and they're getting really good at it too.
Can you guys go into a little bit more on what a safety picture is?
So it'll say like the seller's name, the date, and I think like the doll's kit.
Yeah. Or like
a
newspaper.
Had somebody, they stole my picture and they had it up on their page, and they were like, this doll's for sale. And then someone was like, okay, can I have a safety picture? So they took the same picture that they stole from me, and then they Photoshopped a piece of paper that said their name on it.
I'll put it in my story if you guys are following me on Instagram, because it's pretty insane.
Yeah.
But they can't really do, the thing is like they just change their Instagram. So it's like if it's a new name, they just keep hopping around.
Yeah. And yeah, it makes me mad.
I found that a lot of it's happening on Mercari too. It's people pretending like they've made the doll and they're selling it. I don't know what they think they're going to do though, because once they get the doll, they have to rate them and stuff. So I don't know how that works, but
yeah, Mercari, it doesn't seem like, I don't know. It just makes me so mad that so many people are like, you know what? I want some money. I am going to get it the wrong way.
Yeah.
And then they don't think through their actions on what's going to happen when they get caught.
Right.
And they get really mean. That's how I actually made a lot of friends.
Another thing that I would say as an artist for people that buy my dolls second and third hand is that I don't have any control over what that doll looks like. And I unfortunately can't do repairs on the doll. So just be mindful of that too. Even though it's done by me, like I don't have any control over what has happened to that doll in the years it's been out of my care. And I will no longer touch up dolls because that can be disastrous.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever saw the Holly Paz thing and she tried to touch up a doll and it was like completely ruined because you don't know what's been on the doll. You don't know the chemicals. You just can't trust it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a nightmare.
What kind of sites would you guys recommend for buying pre-owned dolls?
Reborns.com. They have a different section that says pre-loved dolls, which is very cool.
Yeah. I sometimes will sell them on Instagram, and I know other people will do that, but still just like make sure the person's trustworthy. Another thing Jenny loves to bring up all the time is look at the backgrounds. A lot of us do not have multiple different backgrounds. So I always have like similar blankets, similar.
Yep, that's true. Yep.
But if they always have like a different looking sink in the background, red flag.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I didn't even think of that.
Somebody says in the comments here, Amanda, she says the best thing she's ever got was a video. Is have them just take a short video talking.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's
it's a pretty sure thing.
If anybody ever wanted me to do a video, like if I was selling them a doll, I would do it hands down.
Yeah, I've done that before. I think it makes people feel safe that it's their I try to do like a details video too, but I understand that like I don't know. I don't mind doing it. Like I don't mind sending a quick video, like that's fine. But
or a lot of people want to like live chat. I would just recommend before you hit the live chat button, ask the person if they're ready. Because I know there's been a few times I'm like not ready to do video chat.
That's funny. Yeah. So what else about that? Oh gosh, I know. Hey Amanda, you want to talk about this? Make sure that you confirm that the house is smoke free.
Oh yeah.
And if it's not, I feel like you guys should be able to put it in writing, like with the seller agreement, that they need to take the doll back. Because I have seen, and I know what that smells like. And even though you think it might not smell, you can't get that out.
You can't. I had my silicone doll that I sold. Yeah, I could never get that out. I had her for like a year.
Yep.
And she always smelled bad.
And my dolls always smell amazing, by the way. I just want you to know that.
They do. I love how they smell.
I have a thing where I need it to smell good in order for me to love it.
No, I love that because I don't know. I just associate that smell with like the babies now.
Yes. That was my goal. This happens.
It's like
Jenny calls it the pumpkin sparkle smell.
That's a good term for it. It's much better than the smoke smell. That might have been why I sold the doll, because I was like, I'm always smelling Chelsea's babies and they smell amazing. And this one makes my nose hurt.
Oh boy, I can't. That's got to be a nightmare. Yeah. Like spending so much money on a doll and being excited, and like that, nothing ruins a doll faster than it smelling like smoke, even the smallest little hint of it.
And just disclose it, because some people are smokers. Some people, it's not a deal breaker.
Right.
So you have to disclose it.
Exactly. Yep. And always disclose, like if you have pets and stuff like that. And you know, I think that it's and make sure you're reading that stuff, because especially if you're buying on reborns.com, it's all in there.
Yeah.
So. What about buying silicone, Kiersten? I'm so curious about that. Is there anything different that you need to look out for when you're buying a silicone doll?
There are so many of those scam silicone dolls that you almost have to, when I was really seriously looking for a silicone doll, I was having to sort by price on every site I went to make sure I was avoiding them. But just read the listing thoroughly to make sure, because I started noticing like there would be silicone kits I didn't recognize.
Mm-hmm.
And they kind of look scammy, but maybe not. So I would like look through the listing and look for a sculptor or something.
Right.
They would never give that because it wasn't authentic.
Right. Do you have to mat your dolls down?
I definitely should.
Okay.
I need to go get some supplies. I just keep forgetting when I go to the store.
And do you find that things stick to it a lot?
Mm-hmm. That's the one downside of me loving silicone so much, is I have huskies. Yeah,
I was gonna say, like, I know that when my one silicone face attracted every ounce of cat hair that ever existed. Yes. So it just like
dogs aren't even allowed in the room where I keep my silicones.
Yeah, I bet.
You still get dog hair.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's on your clothes. It's in the air, really. We have a long-haired cat, so for the most part, I usually pack up the dolls like after they're done to keep them separate. But yeah, I mean, if that's something that you really care about, make sure you're asking those questions and looking for them in the listing for sure.
Huh?
So we're gonna call our podcast in the future Lambie and Friends. Is that what we're
Yeah,
gonna do?
Lambie and Friends. I think that's great.
So Amanda's talking about her smoke dolls, and she says 2 dolls I have that I have never showed photos of smelled like smoke. They're beautifully painted, but I have no idea what to do with them because of the smoke smell.
Yeah.
I wish I had tips because
I guess maybe put it out there that I'm looking for a smoker who likes reborn.
or someone who's not bothered by it.
Yeah.
And there's people out there, like I know a lot of people who smoke.
Yeah. And it won't be a deal breaker for them. So
Yeah.
For sure. I hope that we answered enough questions today. I'm trying to think of more things to, I guess I don't really buy dolls. I just buy doll kits, but just make sure you're buying authentic. That's being
huge.
respectful to the artists involved.
Yeah. It just bothers me so much that people are like, well, Bonnie Brown doesn't need the money. You don't know that.
Yeah. It costs a lot of money to I'm sorry.
It took her years and years to
Yeah.
make one of them. I forget which. I think maybe Maddie. Or most of them, probably most of them. And that's years and years of working on one thing, and to just have it stolen.
Yeah.
I'd quit too.
I would too. Yeah, there's no way. And it's stolen even before it's released. Like, what is that?
That's
And then the artist that was like copying her arms. Remember that?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not just sculptors, it's other people. So
Yeah, there was somebody who poured Levi in silicone and thought it was okay because they weren't going to sell him.
yeah.
But it's still copyright infringement.
Yep. For sure. People.
I had
That's
a dream
gotta be-
I had Levi last night. It was weird.
I had a dream that I couldn't find my locker and I couldn't remember the combination. Like, what is that about? I've been out of school for a long time. I don't know why.
That's awesome.
Amanda is a teacher, and we sometimes talk about, just teaching life and stuff. Maybe that was a problem. But-
Yeah, that's What
Delilah.
clothes would reborn, toddler, and child dolls wear? It definitely depends on the size. So if you know like how many inches they are, you can go Google like baby clothes and then the brand. So like Carter's, whatever brand you want to use, size chart. And then that should be able to tell you like 19-inch to 20-inch babies wear this, 21 to 22 wear this. So that's what I would recommend, because toddler and child size dolls, like they vary in their sizes.
Yeah. And sometimes even length doesn't justify for like width. So like an 18-inch doll might be like Kai is 19 inches, but she's little. So it's like, I feel like sometimes some preemie stuff would work better for her. So
Yeah.
Kai
That's
is
something to definitely
first-
ask the artist.
What's that?
Oh, that's definitely something to ask the
Yes.
artist, like what size.
I was just going to announce again as a shameless plug, Kai is for sale over on pumpkinsparklesbabies.com. If you guys are interested in, adopting a baby, she's over there waiting patiently for the right mom or dad.
I'm very interested in buying it. Maybe we'll look at it. People should act on it quick, because who knows? I might buy it.
Yeah, let's show a picture of her.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let
And
me.
for those of you wondering why I'm not just showing her, she's tucked up because I fell in love with her and I am not allowed to keep her in any way, shape, or form. So she's tacked.
In. But here she is. I don't know if you guys can really see that.
Oh, baby.
So cute. I love her. She's a little girl too. She reminds me of my Mia, the Charlotte sculpt. The Laura Lee Eagles.
Charlotte's, I know she does. Yeah. She's cute. I also saw what was the kit that I kept seeing when I was painting her? Oh, Lux. I kept seeing Lux.
Oh yeah. I cannot wait till I get my Lux. It's gonna be forever though.
Oh, is that your silicone?
Yeah.
Oh, that is so exciting, Kiersten.
It's gonna be last I talked to the artist about it, she said September, but she
Okay.
is expecting now her own real baby.
Oh,
So
that's
imagine it'll
cool.
probably be 2022.
Is she in Russia or is she in America?
America.
That's good. That's going to be less long, I feel like.
Yeah, less shipping.
That's so cool. Is it going to be rooted?
I don't think so. I don't have any babies that are just bald. So I want a
Yeah.
bald baby.
Oh, okay. That's very cool. What are you talking about? Your pool time baby is bald.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I do have a bald.
Although I've totally offered to root it because I want to root silicone.
I think I'll probably send her to you one day. I just want to keep playing with her.
You totally should. You know, I just want to play. So
I know she's
silicone.
the drinking wet silicone feature is so much fun.
Oh, that's right. I forgot she's drinking wet. That was so cool.
Do you just pour water down it all day long?
No, I give her a bottle.
Oh,
You're like actually going through diapers. That's funny.
Yeah, although you have to like sit her up for her to go. I figured that out the hard way because I was interested in how this system worked.
Is that the first time you've ever had one of those?
Yeah, I've always wanted one.
Yeah. So cool.
Because I'm like a lot of people, like I fell in love with silicone babies first. I just loved how they were squishy and moving. And I even loved the drinking wet ones because I just thought that was so cool. And then I realized how much they cost.
Yeah.
You know, there's a comment here by my dad that I think everybody was probably thinking when you guys were talking about this, and it's your husband baby is bald. Why didn't you?
True. I do enjoy
My husband baby's bald too.
Aw, I enjoy bald kids.
Bald is the new hair. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Bald is the new cool.
Oh my God. Well, we successfully named our podcast today, so that was a win for
Yeah,
sure.
we made
It
progress.
was.
I'm really proud of us.
I'm surprised it wasn't give me a free doll. I thought that one was gonna win.
I feel like
Somebody
that's
asked
really
why Ethan's so quiet today, and I think it was you guys were just talking. You guys are talking.
Yeah.
Go off on these things. I have no idea
good. Yeah.
what they're talking about. Plus, I feel really tired today. So
Are you tired?
I
Is it
am.
because you don't have any monster or
I don't
Red
think
Bull.
he slept much last night. I got my allergies really bad last night when we were working on stickers on the Jeep. So I took some real knockdown.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna be doing this every week, guys, and we're gonna try to be uploading it to a podcast site. We haven't figured that out yet, so you guys can tune in by watching us, or you can listen to us. Both will help us so much, and thumbs up as well, and subscribe to both of our channels. I think that I'm gonna be doing a giveaway. I might be doing a giveaway when I get to a certain number on YouTube, because my goal was to try to get there for Christmas, and I just feel like maybe I could help it move along a little bit. So
Yeah, I think that would help it. One thing I keep getting asked about in other videos. So last week you asked me to turn off the comments on the live. Would you want to maybe explain why, so people don't ask me a million times?
yeah,
It's okay.
I'm not good with the negative stuff, and I'm just gonna throw it out there. I'm just not mentally good. I can't. I don't know. I guess we could try it. I mean, and I could just stay away from them, and then people can delete the rude ones. But
Yeah.
I'm like, my
Jenny's
mental
a
health
good
is very
police
important to me.
officer.
What's that?
Jenny's a good comments.
I know. I just my mental health needs to be very carefully watched with that type of stuff, and I really love doing this with y'all, so I don't want it to turn into like I'm so careful and worried about everything I'm going to say, because that's not going to be fun.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's try it this one time and see what happens.
Sure.
Because I get it. I also just absolutely love all the really kind comments I get sometimes.
Yeah.
There's so much hashtag sarcasm.
Do you think there's a place out there that makes custom police officer hats that we could get Jenny that
Oh my
says
gosh, we should.
comments police officer?
We should get all my mods a little
Our
something for being a mod.
Yeah.
So grateful.
We can get them little police hats that say police officer comments division.
So thank you, Katie,
So
for
anyway.
being our mod today.
Yes.
Thank you to all my mods.
So I appreciate if you guys can leave a nice comment, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
And just know, if you're asking for a free dollar, you're being rude, your comment will be deleted and you'll probably be blocked.
Yep,
So
I usually block mean people. Usually,
And-
sometimes they're funny and I'll keep them.
that also means I remember who you are and you will not be entered into the giveaway. So there.
Maybe I think if we got Katie and Jenny a comments police officer hat, or maybe even like a whole get up, and then just have them on the live sometime, and then just randomly switch the camera to them, and they can have their black aviators just standing there like this. And every time I say something stupid, Katie can be like, no, don't do it.
No.
What are we saying? They'll be our translators and all that. Make sure we
And
say
guys, please let us know in the comments if you enjoyed watching me paint, because if that is something that you like, I can do that more often. I think I'm going to root this doll, so you can just watch me root and you can just bleep out the whole thing.
Yeah. I wish
Yeah.
that's the one thing about lives is I cannot bleep stuff out.
Yeah.
So that's
I know. I guess in post. Can you do it in post?
I was watching a podcast today that was talking about basically this thing, some technology you can get that allows you to, it's like a kill switch.
It was H3 podcast. That's my favorite podcast.
Oh, you watch it too?
Yeah.
Oh,
Ethan never
man.
tells me about. He'll be in the shower and he'll be like, "This is what other Ethan did today."
Yes,
Yeah.
my God, I love Ethan. Seriously.
Okay, all right. Well, now
Frenemies
here
is
we
my
go.
favorite.
We're gonna talk about it for another hour.
Yes, I love H3 podcast. I love him so much. I love Trisha. I love all of it.
Yeah, no,
Great.
that's pretty great.
But yeah, it's a kill switch. It's like 50 grand.
We need costumes.
We do need costumes.
Oh, what are we wearing?
Well, let's see. On
Am
their
I on a
podcast,
costume?
last time they watched was
The mask.
the mask.
Yeah.
So he like had the full. Here, I can show you.
Oh,
Yeah. Look at that. Oh my God. What it would be amazing. I always think like I want to make Moses and Trisha a baby. I just want to be like, oh, I made this for you.
That'd be so
Aw.
And then
cool.
they'd
You know-
probably like, they'd hate it.
You know what I also love about them is Moses got a Mojave Jeep Gladiator.
Mm.
Oh, really?
Blue. Yeah. So
I
How did you know that though? Did
Did
you
you
follow
see-
their Instagram or something?
yeah, I follow him on Instagram, and they talk. I don't think they ever showed any pictures, but Trisha briefly mentioned it.
I love that you watch Frenemies. I'm like, my respect for
I
you
watch-
is gone up even more.
I watch all of their.
Me too. I love them.
I can just listen to the updates.
Yeah.
Usually I get them in the shower.
Yeah. We'll be like taking a shower after we go work out or something like that. Next, so this is what I watched today. This is their life.
I was watching it and I watch it all the time, and then Josh will just be doing stuff, and now he watches it with me because he likes it. So
Aw.
It's entertaining.
I think
Yeah.
I like Ethan's retellings of it though.
Yeah.
it's pretty funny. When they had the pizza eating contest, I was like crying laughing.
But the terrible part is they got cut. They lost
I know.
so much of the footage because their
Oh.
computer just died. So
That sucks.
they lost a bunch of the footage.
I see influencers and they'll be like, "My computer just died. I had all this on it." And I'm like, I am crying for you. That is
Yeah.
my worst nightmare. Because that almost happened to us once. I think we were filming a doll video, like a box opening.
Oh yes. We filmed a box opening, something you can't really go back and redo.
It was
right?
Kinsley's box opening.
Yeah. And for some reason my camera made a second folder on the card. So I went into the folder to go like get the footage, and I'm like, it's not
gone.
here. Like
Oh
there's
my
three clips out of the like 28 that we filmed. And then we got all set up, and like Kiersten was like, okay, we're gonna have to
We're gonna
wrap it
redo
back.
it.
We're gonna have to wrap it back up. We're gonna have to do this box opening. We're gonna have to fake it till we make it. And then I was
Yeah.
like, oh, there's a second folder.
And I would like to point out, like, this is the only time we've ever faked something.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, we didn't even end up doing it. But yeah, because we were like, yeah, we really wanted to do that box opening because it was, yeah, I think
That was a
you were
fun
really
one.
looking forward to it.
I
Yeah, and it was
was.
really cool. So it really sucked because we didn't want to lose it. So.
Yeah. And I can't imagine, like, if you have 1 million subs and that happened, oh, growing things.
Well, he can't really compete with our 31 people watching, which we're so grateful that you guys are here, by the way. There's like 20,000 people
You know-
watching their live. We'll get there one day. I know it.
I was thinking, Chelsea, since you paint like a lot,
Uh-huh.
you do that on your channel. You could just
Yeah.
start going live and just respond to comments. Like you don't have to be talking
Yeah.
the whole time.
Yeah.
You could
That
just
makes
go
me
live.
so nervous. I'm so like sensitive. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
am
then
too.
it's also
okay.
tough though because like I know when you're working through things, right? Like it's really, it's good to have like podcasts that you're listening to. So it's kind of hard to.
Yeah, that's I do go live for my Patreons sometimes, and that's been fun. Like it's basically like Amanda and Jenny, and that's it.
Yeah.
But still, it's so fun because people that like to watch me paint, let's do it. Let's chat and I'll paint. So
Yeah. And I love your Patreon. I'm just never around. That's the sucky thing about my job is I know people in the comments like to make fun of it because I say it's stressful, but I really do not have time in my day to do as much as I want to do.
Yeah. I think the cool thing about Patreon for me is that people are always asking me what dolls I'm working on next. Like that's my number one question. And I have it listed out for like the next 3 months of like dolls that I'm going to be making. And if you are a member, then you get like dibs on the doll. So
where should we go to follow you on Patreon?
I'll put it in the chat. Hold on. And like it's $5 a month, guys, and it really, really does help me. And it's kind of like a cool little community that I have over there. And I post like work in progress photos, and I don't know. I think it goes to your email, but sometimes I'll post like just me talking.
Aw.
You're Kiersten. Aw, you're so lonely.
No, I mean I'm lonely too.
What are you talking about? You're
not here all the time because we work opposite shifts. So
it's a good way to interact with me too. If you guys have questions about painting and stuff like that, like I'm always excited to talk about painting. Seriously.
So, one thing with our channel is I know with working the opposite shifts and stuff like that, like the only time we have to make content is Kiersten whenever you're home, so you're there by yourself making all the time. I think I should start making content for your channel.
I think it would really help me out.
I think I should start doing recreations of movies with your dolls.
Okay.
What do you think?
Yes.
I'll recreate cinematic moments like the Titanic. Have baby Ethan and Kinsley. Kinsley can be like no. Our baby Ethan, which is insanely smaller than Kinsley, can be holding up Kinsley, and Kinsley can be like, I'm on top of the world. And you're like, oh, you're not. You're just on the front of a boat.
Ethan, it was I'm king of the world.
Okay. Whatever.
I really do think that would take a lot of the stress off me if you helped me make videos.
So there you go. They're going to be hilarious though. Just fair warning.
Kiersten, do you make like a batch videos?
I do not have enough time to.
Okay. Because I would just like switch clothes, man. Just whenever you got time to do it. I know you don't have time, but I wonder if that would be,
because the time that I get off work, eat something, and then start filming a video, I have about enough time to film that video, or else I would do a bunch.
Yeah.
TikTok, I try to do batches though.
Well, you know that the only solution is if you take your dolls to work with you and just film your day at work with your dolls. I'm kidding. I know you can't do that. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Nope, can't do that.
Yeah, there's a lot of things I wish I could do, but
yeah. Well, you are doing an amazing job.
Okay. So my dad has a question. Do they make dolls with realistic human feeling skin? I think the closest you can get is a silicone.
But those are the ones that are expensive. Like what I have is on the cheap end, that $1,000.
You feel like sandpaper, Ethan's dad.
What's that?
This feels like sandpaper.
Yeah.
Because of the varnish.
You should take sandpaper to it then.
Ethan, I will literally hunt you down. Don't do that.
I'll try.
Hey, come here. I love you.
She's talking to our dogs, by the way. Oh.
Come here. People want to see you.
Yeah. Let me get the dog. Come here, Daisy. And she's running away.
Come here. No.
She got camera shy. She's like, no, it's too much pressure. They'll judge me.
All right, guys. Well, I'll let you get back to your Saturday since we have like an hour and almost 2 hours.
Oh,
yeah.
Yep.
So that was good. I can say hi. Look at my face. Woo! Hi.
So pretty. I love the baby wall.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's my baby wall. I'm behind. And I have Halloween all year round, my calendar all year round.
Aww.
Nice.
And I wanted to put the dolls that I did to see like during the year, but I've stopped at Kinsley and I've made many more babies. No, at the twins. I have the twins. And then,
Okay.
okay. So I have a lot more that I can put up there, but I also have a real baby here
Aww.
just to throw people off when they look at it.
It's pretty funny.
And then I have my own babies right here. Oh, Jack made this. He's very proud of this. He did it backwards so you could read it.
That's awesome.
Everyone, this is my website. He's very proud of that. But here I have my own babies up there for reference. A lot of times I'll look at Allie's skin color and stuff. But and this is my little area, and I've got like my color wheel up here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love
So
it.
working. Oh, and then Josh put this up for me last night.
That I love
Nice.
that. I am he's
So.
my favorite anti-hero.
Me too.
Deadpool is my heart.
He's a hero.
And I love Bob Ross, so it's perfect.
Aww.
I have one more question for you. Who
Sure.
plays the guitar?
Nobody. The wall does.
Oh, all right, fair enough.
Josh bought it and he was gonna learn, but he never did. So now it just looks cool on the wall.
Well,
It's beautiful.
whenever you guys move out here, we can just spend the entire. We'll do a podcast where we're actually in the same room, and I'll just teach you.
That would be so cool. That would be great. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll actually have like real microphones and be like cool and like pull it towards our face like they do on frenemies.
Yeah. Can we have different colors for our background too?
Yeah. Yeah.
What
We'll
color do
figure
you
it out.
pick?
We'll just have lambs everywhere
Oh, there you
Yeah.
go. And pumpkins.
and pumpkins. Yes. All right, guys. Well, we'll see you guys next week. And please keep the comments respectful, please, if you want them to continue.
We
Seriously.
love you.
All right.
Goodbye.
Bye.